comes from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Kramer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down now, Thurman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Albert Okwuegbunam, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
Now Cox throwing to start the drive. Gets it to Meredith complete. He's got room past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Operating from the gun, Cox. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Buccaneers at 2-10 now on the year, and they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently ask for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
22 yards there, a first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
They run for the first time here with Rachaad White. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Opting to run again here with White. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rachaad White with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kramer. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Herbert. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. 7-7, our score after one. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. From 4 yards out. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Cox now on third down. That's complete to Meredith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Operating from the gun, Cox. He gets it to Cooks. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brandon Cooks, 45 yards. And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert now. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. The quick slant caught. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Here's Herbert. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Herbert throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
To throw is Cox. Looking to throw on 2nd down. That one caught. It's Meredith. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 95 yards.
And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in...
Look at this! Middle of the field, a breakaway! Touchdown, Chargers! Albert O with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cox on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Cox. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
He's got a man complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now a play fake here on first down. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go, here we go. Trap 50, trap 50.
In motion left goes Cooks. Here's Cox to throw on second down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Here's second and 10. Back to throw again. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. To begin their next possession. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys... And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Over the middle, complete. That's Kramer. Touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. They go with White on the counter. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now Cox on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off play action. Cox. And now here is another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And he comes back with one complete. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Herbert back to the air. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Let's go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Justin Herbert. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
19.
Ready. Cox now throwing on first down, escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On first down, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Kramer. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess?
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Buddy Johnson gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Cox. He's got this into the hands of Barkley coming across the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to White. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. White. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Again, this is White.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 44. Play action. It's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Kramer.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Again, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. The coaching staff was confident that this was going to be. And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily. In the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made, and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Come back in! Come back in! 1918!
First down, here's White.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Right there, hurt!
To throw is Cox. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Cox off the play fake. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught at the 10.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understand.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to